Ladies and gentlemen, if you're an immigrant in the United States or planning to come to America, what I'm about to share with you in the next few minutes could completely change your life. A groundbreaking immigration law has just passed through Congress, and the implications are massive. Whether you're waiting for a green card, hoping to bring family members to the U.S., or dreaming of American citizenship, this new legislation affects you directly. Stay with me because I'm going to break down everything you need to know. And trust me, you cannot afford to miss this information. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because we cover the most important immigration updates that directly impact your future in the United States. Today, we're diving deep into this newly passed immigration legislation that has been making waves across the country. This is not just another minor policy adjustment. This is comprehensive reform that touches nearly every aspect of our immigration system, and I'm going to walk you through every single detail so you understand exactly what this means for you and your family. Let me start by giving you the context of how we got here. For decades, the American immigration system has been described as broken, outdated, and in desperate need of reform. We've seen families separated, skilled workers unable to contribute their talents, and millions of people living in legal limbo. Both political parties have talked about fixing immigration, but meaningful legislation has been incredibly difficult to pass. That changed when bipartisan negotiations finally produced a bill that could gain enough support in both the House and the Senate. After months of debate, amendments, and political maneuvering, Congress has now passed what many are calling the most significant immigration reform in over 3 decades. So what exactly is in this new law? Let me break it down into the major components that you need to understand. First and foremost, this legislation addresses the massive backlog in family-based immigration. Currently, there are millions of people waiting years, sometimes decades, to be reunited with their family members in the United States. The new law increases the annual cap on family-sponsored visas significantly. We're talking about an increase from the current numbers to allow hundreds of thousands more people to join their relatives each year. This means if you've been waiting to bring your spouse, children, or parents to America, your wait time could be dramatically reduced. The law also introduces what's being called a modernized point system for employment-based immigration. This is designed to attract the best talent from around the world while ensuring American workers are protected. Under this new system, highly skilled workers in fields like technology, healthcare, engineering, and scientific research will find it easier to obtain work visas and eventually green cards. The legislation recognizes that in our global economy, America needs to compete for top talent, and the old system was causing us to lose brilliant minds to other countries. However, and this is important, the law also includes strong labor protections to prevent companies from undercutting American wages or displacing domestic workers. One of the most talked about provisions deals with the dreamers, young people who were brought to the United States as children. This has been a contentious issue for years, with these individuals living in uncertainty about their future. The new legislation finally provides a clear pathway to permanent residency and eventual citizenship for dreamers who meet certain requirements. They must have been in the country for a specified number of years, maintained clean criminal records, and either completed high school, obtained a GED, or served in the military. This provision is expected to affect approximately 1.8 million young people who have known no other home but America. Border security and enforcement measures are also central to this legislation. The law allocates substantial funding for technology and infrastructure at the borders, including advanced scanning equipment, additional processing facilities, and improved detention conditions that meet humanitarian standards. There's also a significant increase in the number of immigration judges and support staff to address the enormous backlog of cases in immigration courts. Some people have been waiting years for their asylum hearings, and this investment aims to create a system where cases can be heard in months rather than years. Speaking of asylum, the new law reforms the asylum process to make it both more efficient and more fair. It establishes regional processing centers where people can apply for asylum before making the dangerous journey to the U.S. border. This is designed to reduce the chaos at the border while still upholding America's commitment to protecting those fleeing persecution. The law also clarifies the standards for asylum claims and provides additional resources for proper vetting and background checks to ensure national security. For temporary workers, particularly in agriculture and seasonal industries, the legislation creates a new visa category that offers more flexibility and better protections. Farm workers who have been working in the United States can apply for a new legal status that allows them to continue their work without fear of deportation. After maintaining this status and meeting work requirements over several years, they too can apply for permanent residency. This addresses a critical need in American agriculture, where labor shortages have been causing significant problems for farmers and threatening food security. The law also tackles the issue of visa overstays, which actually account for a large percentage of undocumented immigration. It mandates the implementation of a comprehensive entry-exit tracking system and increases penalties for those who overstay their visas. At the same time, it provides some individuals who overstayed for sympathetic reasons, such as caring for sick family members, with an opportunity to adjust their status if they meet certain criteria. Now, let's talk about what this means for people currently in undocumented status. The legislation does not provide blanket amnesty, but it does create earned legalization programs for certain categories of undocumented immigrants. Those who have been in the country for more than 10 years, have paid taxes, have no serious criminal convictions, and can demonstrate strong ties to the community may be eligible to apply for provisional legal status. This isn't automatic citizenship, but it's a foot in the door, a chance to come out of the shadows and eventually work toward permanent legal status. The financial aspects of immigration are also addressed in this comprehensive bill. The law adjusts various fees associated with immigration applications, making some more affordable while using increased fees in other categories to fund the system improvements. There's also a provision that allows certain applicants to request fee waivers based on financial hardship, ensuring that the process isn't only accessible to the wealthy. Education and integration programs receive significant attention as well. The legislation provides federal funding for English language classes, civics education, and job training programs for new immigrants. This recognizes that successful immigration isn't just about letting people in, it's about helping them integrate into American society and contribute to their fullest potential. These programs are designed to help newcomers understand American culture, laws, and civic responsibilities, while building the skills they need to succeed economically. For those of you concerned about implementation timelines, federal agencies have been given specific deadlines to develop regulations and begin processing applications under the new rules. Some provisions will take effect within 90 days of the law being signed, while others have longer implementation periods to allow for proper system development and staffing. The Department of Homeland Security and U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services will be releasing detailed guidance in the coming weeks about how to apply for benefits under various provisions of the new law. It's important to understand that this legislation, while comprehensive, is not the final word on immigration reform. Some provisions include sunset clauses that require Congress to revisit and reauthorize them after a certain number of years. There are also built-in evaluation mechanisms to assess how well the new policies are working and whether adjustments are needed. Immigration is an evolving issue, and this law acknowledges that flexibility and ongoing refinement will be necessary. Critics of the legislation exist on all sides. Some argue it doesn't go far enough in providing relief to undocumented immigrants, while others contend it's too lenient and rewards lawbreaking. Some business groups wanted even more access to foreign workers, while labor unions worried about protecting American jobs. Some advocates for stricter immigration wanted more enforcement-only measures. This is the nature of compromise legislation, and while it may not satisfy everyone completely, it represents a significant step forward in addressing a system that virtually everyone agreed was broken. So what should you do now? If you think you might benefit from any provision of this new law, start gathering your documents. You'll likely need proof of how long you've been in the United States, tax records, employment history, and documentation of family relationships. Don't rush to file anything until official application procedures are announced, but being prepared will put you ahead when the time comes. Be extremely cautious about immigration fraud. Unfortunately, whenever major immigration changes happen, scammers emerge claiming they can guarantee results or expedite your case for large fees. Only work with licensed attorneys or accredited representatives recognized by the Board of Immigration Appeals. Stay informed through official government sources. The USCIS website will be your best resource for accurate information about application procedures, required documents, and processing times. Sign up for email alerts so you know immediately when new guidance is published. If you can't afford an attorney, look into nonprofit legal service organizations in your area that provide free or low-cost immigration assistance. Many reputable organizations offer information sessions and application help for qualifying individuals. This new immigration law represents a monumental shift in how America approaches immigration policy. It attempts to balance security concerns with humanitarian values, economic needs with worker protections, and enforcement with compassion. Whether you're directly affected by these changes or you simply care about the future of immigration in America, this is a historic moment. The coming months and years will reveal how effectively these new policies are implemented and whether they achieve their intended goals of creating a more functional, fair, and secure immigration system. Thank you so much for watching this detailed breakdown of the new immigration legislation. I know this was a lot of information, but understanding these changes is crucial for anyone whose life is touched by immigration. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who needs to know about these important changes. Drop a comment below telling me how this new law affects you or your family, or if you have questions about specific provisions. Remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on immigration news that could change your future. I'll be following this story closely and bringing you more detailed information as implementation guidance is released. Until next time, stay informed, stay hopeful, and remember that knowledge is power when it comes to navigating the immigration system. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.